the injury to Anthony Davis because he was that other defender. He was
your rim protector.
He was that rim protector, so there's not going to be a lot of that.
Adductor strain for Anthony Davis. And too bad that he's not going to be able to participate. All-Star weekend. The shots are flying now.
See how quick that was? Now, Kenny's team that did the same thing, it took them a minute to get that first one to go. The OGs, they've been around the block. What was that, a couple shots and it went in?
Did you ever have a practice that didn't end at a half-court shot?
Of course not.
What is that with players?
Of course not. You're testing the limits here, BA. We're testing the limits.
And I'm always amazed at the ease in which these guys hoist these half-court shots. In rhythm.
Well, this is a regular shot for Lillard and Curry.
There's Curry. If we could ask Steph and Curry to do a little bit of his pregame routine, because you're looking at the scene right now. You know that little entranceway, just kind of to the left, middle of your screen there. Steph and Curry. That's kind of where his pregame show originated, right here in this building. And man, I used to come out early just to see what that was going to be. This is kind of where it all started. These are nothing for Curry.
Even his misses look good,
yeah,
right?
They do.
Even his misses look good.
They do.
Look at that, in and out.
The big crowd in anticipation. There's Jaylen Brown. He knows coming.
There he is.
Is Curry your pick for MVP? He figures to be one of the favorites.
Well, usually the guy that's playing in his hometown, guys play for that player, but there's two of them too. You know, there's Lillard as well.
Yeah. Anthony Davis, by the way, was the last hometown guy to win the MVP. That was in New Orleans in 2017 when he was a Pelican.
And this is another reason why I'm going with Shaq's OG. Curry does not want to lose this tournament, first time ever in this format, on his home soil. So
you're really stepping out, Reggie. I'm going with the Hall of Famers.
I'm going with the OGs.
Madric's complex game has brought him consistent success in the clubs for which he has played. Initially a trequartista or attacking midfielder at Dinamo Zagreb and in his early career at Tottenham, in the 2010-11 season he flourished in a central midfield role as a deep-lying playmaker, regista, who conducts the attack and creates chances for teammates. 390 afterwards, Modric acknowledged the role that Harry Redknapp played in shaping of deep-lying his style, saying that dropping back enabled him to read the game better and show his full creativity. 391 Although a central midfielder, Modric is also a hard-working player who has been seen to adopt a defensive midfield role in addition to playmaking, tracking back to win the ball from the opposition and prepare for a counterattack, making him one of the most versatile players in the world, capable of playing in several midfield positions. 392-393 According to Jonathan Wilson, in a 4-2-3-1 system, Modric is a third type of a holding midfielder, being neither entirely destructive or creative, but a carrier who, courtesy of his dribbling ability and attacking drive, is capable of making late runs or carrying the ball at his feet. But in his case, with a hint of regista. 394, 395, 396 As such, his role has also been likened to that of a mezzala in Italian football jargon, namely an offensive-minded box-to-box or central midfielder. 382. The switch to a more deep-lying position reduced his number of assists and goals, as well as his shot-per-game count, 1.2, although his game was no longer based on being a goal threat. Despite this, he had the second highest count of key passes per game, 2.06, in the team, as well as a very high pass accuracy rate, 87%, with the highest passes per game count, 62.5, in the team, the most long balls per game, 5.6, the most successful dribbles, 2.2, interceptions, 2.5, and the highest tackle, 1.9, count per game, among others. High statistics which placed him amongst the top midfielders of the Premier League. 390-397 By the 2011-12 season, statistically he was among the top-rated central and all-round midfielders across the top 5 leagues, alongside players like Xabi Alonso, Andrea Pirlo, Bastian Schweinsteiger and Javi. 398-399 Upon Modric's arrival to Real Madrid, his midfield position was described as number 6, defensive 8, central, or 10 attacking, depending on the tactics. 400 and his role was described as the second deep-lying pivot alongside Xabi Alonso in the 2012-13 season, a classic deep-lying playmaker whose creativity was needed to dictate his team's play and unlock the opposing defense. 401-402 In the first half of the 2013-14 season, during which he formed an effective central midfield partnership with Alonso and Angel Di Maria. Modric made more tackles, 56, than any other Real Madrid player in La Liga with an average number of 2.86 tackles per match, as well as making the most completed passes, 878, in the opposition half of the pitch among Real Madrid players, with the highest passing accuracy in La Liga, 90%, also the highest of any midfielder in Europe's top 5 leagues who have made 5 or more assists during the season, 37 in the 2014-15 season. With the arrival of Toni Kroos, Real Madrid no longer had an effective and natural ball winner alongside their playmakers in midfield, while the team possessed many attackers. Therefore, in addition to producing the highest count of passes, 60.7, 64.7, and key passes per match, 0.81.2 within the team, both Modric and Kroos had more defensive responsibility to set the rhythm of the